When she asks me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Private. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Manning. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A give. This is Kamara. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some space here.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Working from the gun, Manning. The completion to Riddick. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, here's Manning. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the ground, Kamara. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now a pitch out to Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
Mariota now on second down. And he floated one out there incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Manning to throw on second down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Garçon with his first grab, good enough for a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Here's Reddick. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run now with Ware. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Throwing is Manning. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
2nd down, Mariota. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw Mariota. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Mariota. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Mariota to throw it. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Mariota. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Sean Lee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. He dumps it down to Ingram. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Running with Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On the counter, here's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. Throwing is Mariota, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Here's Humphries. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They go back to Redditor, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Manning. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now Riddick. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Again, it's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that one ups the lead to 22-0. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Out come the Titans now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Charkandrick West, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Glover Quinn there on the stop. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, Baldwin. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Riddick with a carry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
No, check, Patriot!
Throwing on first down is Manning. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Mariota. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Raiders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
All these bins I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. Yo, I'm two on one day on my 3rd. I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich. Made 100K on my 3rd shift from a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really handle punchlines. That all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Out, valet, walk out, all these bins I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. Yo, I'm 2 up, round blew up, cop that new rape on them haters. threw up. Brother went to jail for them, told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Oh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh.